Want to know how Seoul Guide Medical can help you get plastic surgery, skincare, laser eye surgery, hair transplantation, dentistry, and more? Stay tuned. Hello everybody, my name is Tony Medina and today I'm going to be taking you through how SGM helps international patients get medical treatments in Seoul, South Korea. You've done your research and you now know that Seoul is the beauty capital of the world and a mecca for medical tourism. What's next? You contact SGM and our expert staff gather some background information from you in order to speak to the other in-house experts we have here and the other experts at the clinics. Without this information, we can't make a customized treatment plan for you and can't give you a price estimate. Everyone is different and has different needs. A treatment plan for me is definitely not going to work for you because I'm me and you are you. Once we've gathered all of this information and we give you your customized treatment plan, we'll be showing you a range of options of different clinics and doctors and advising you on how to proceed. Our advice is very important because even if a clinic has a great reputation and is well known online, they may be great in one area but not great in others. For example, a doctor who does great breast transplantation cases is probably not going to be your best choice for a rhinoplasty. On our end, we analyze past performance, current performance, and a whole bunch of other things that you won't be aware of and that you can't find online. I've been here myself since 2006 and our company has been around for over 10 years. All of this extra info that's extremely important we're going to organize for you and give you the best recommendations possible. Make sure you give us a little bit of time to do this because it's very difficult to create a treatment plan that's customized for you and speak to all of the people necessary in about a day. So give us a bit of time, we'll prepare everything for you. It's better to do it correctly than to have it done rushed. Once you have your treatment plan and you've seen the options, it's a good idea to give us a phone call or a video call. You can schedule it with our staff. During the video call or phone call, you'll be able to ask all of the questions you have remaining in real time and get a better sense of how things work here and what's going to be better for you. Once you've made up your mind on how to proceed, it's a good idea to let us know which dates you're thinking of. We can check to make sure that the doctor actually has availability on those dates. After that, we'll help you with your accommodations. You're free to choose the accommodations that you want, but we'll give you some recommendations. For example, if your treatment is at Gangnam Station, you probably don't want to stay in Myeongdong or in Hongdae. Although it doesn't look too far on the map, during rush hour, if you take a taxi, it might take you 20-25 minutes, 30 minutes by taxi to get from here to those areas. Hongdae will be farther than Myeongdong, probably take you 40 or more. Public transportation is probably faster, but you're probably not going to want to get on the subway right after you've had surgery. So we'll recommend some places that are around the clinic. Staying in Gangnam is a good idea, and staying close to your clinic within a few minutes walking distance is probably your best choice. Our consultants will give you recommendations and then you're free to choose what you wish. You'll most likely be flying into a city called Incheon. Incheon is an hour outside of Seoul at Incheon International Airport. If you qualify, we'll send a car to pick you up and bring you to your accommodations. If you don't qualify, we'll help you to get your own transportation into Seoul. There's many options. For example, you could take the public transportation subway. That takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get into Gangnam, and you got to transfer a couple times and there's a bit of walking, but it is an adventure. If you want to take the next option, that would be the limo bus. It's fantastic. It's my personal favorite. It costs about 15 to 20,000 won. The seats are huge. They recline pretty much all the way back. They're fantastic. That will drop you off almost anywhere in Seoul. And they're right outside of the airport. You can buy your tickets from a kiosk there. After that, you can take the taxi. The taxi might be between 60 to 90,000 won depending on traffic. And you're going to want to pay for your tolls separately. They'll probably ask you for cash. 2, 3, 4,000 won maximum for tolls. The system is very standardized. Once you exit the airport doors, you cross a little street and you'll see a bunch of taxis. Don't get in the taxi right away because there's going to be a worker there and the worker's going to ask you where you're going. You tell them where you're going and they'll send you to the right direction because there's taxis that go to Seoul, to Incheon, to other areas of Korea. They'll tell you which taxi to get in, at which point you get into the taxi and you're on your way. If you want to hire a private car before you come, that'll be 100,000 to 150,000 won, and you have to set that up before you come. They'll be waiting with a sign once you exit the airport doors. Otherwise, again, if you qualify, we'll just send a car to pick you up, or if you don't qualify, we'll help you to set up the transportation that you wish to have. So now is the day of your consultation. You come to the clinic and you'll be met by one of our SGM expert consultants. Our consultants are much more than translators. A translator's job is simply to translate what is said from one language to another. Our consultants are very well trained. They have an expert and vast knowledge base. They'll be able to guide you through everything and even ask questions to the doctors that you may not have thought of but are important for you in your recovery. Translation is actually only a small part of what we do. You should understand the system in Korea and actually pretty much in any hospital across the world that I've been to. Hospitals and clinics are meant to bring in the patient, perform the procedure, and get the patient out. They're not experts in customer service. Not because they're bad people, but because they can't devote the human resources necessary to take care of you in that way. Their job is to perform the medical procedures. This is where SGM comes in. We supplement the clinics by offering all of those services that they're lacking. At some point you may have thought, well, what if I risk it and just go on my own and give it a shot? To which I say, let me tell you a story. The whole reason that this company began was because I went through something that I don't want people to go through. A long time ago in a land far, well, not so far because it was in Seoul, Korea, and I live here. But I was a new resident to Korea, you could say, and my Korean skills weren't all that good. I asked a friend to come help me get 4 wisdom teeth removed from a dental clinic outside of Gangnam. My first mistake, I should have come into Gangnam. And we went there. My friend translated as best as he could, but he wasn't a medical expert and he wasn't giving me advice, he was simply translating. The doctor recommended that I pull out all 4 of my wisdom teeth, which were coming in horizontally, not vertically. Very difficult case. And I didn't know any better, so I said yes. The doctor did his job, and I could feel him sweat. Like I could feel him sweat, even though I couldn't see. Because in Korea, they cover you with a green plastic bib, makes you look like a baby shark. And I was going crazy in my mind, like, oh my God, I'm the worst patient ever. I must be giving this doctor so much stress. Little things like that. No one holding my hand every step of the way, no one explaining things to me would have really been useful at that point. The procedure gets done. I was in pain, searing pain for the next 3 days. I basically lost the next 3 days of my life. I missed a day of work. It was horrible, I could barely eat. Later on, I found out that it's much better to do 2 wisdom teeth from one side, wait a week or so until they heal, then do the other side so the patient won't be in this kind of pain and can eat from both sides. From the doctor's viewpoint, it was simple. Let's do all 4 because it's more efficient this way. But from the patient's side, it's a very different story. I would have given anything not to have wasted, or you could say lost, 3 days of my life in searing pain and to have someone guide me along the way. That's when the idea came. I wish there was someone, not simply as a translator, but I wish there was someone as a guide to help me get through this from step 1 all the way to the end. So if you want to do this on your own, go ahead. You can, but you're going to have a much better time, much better treatment, and much better experience if you have help from actual experts. So you've gone through the consultation, you're happy, everything's set. Now you come for your surgery. Our SGM expert consultants will be there on your surgery day before surgery, guiding you through all of the paperwork, and there's quite a lot you have to sign normally. And then also be there when you wake up from surgery if you've had any sort of anesthesia. If it's a more simple procedure, they'll also be there as well. They'll help you from beginning to end and also for your checkups. For most of your checkups, there are probably going to be a lot of questions that you're going to want to ask, and the clinic's going to answer them the best they can, but they're not going to be perfect at answering them because they're busy. They want to get you in and out and see the next patient. We're going to spend time with you answering everything. At the end of everything, after you've gone through all of your aftercare, you're ready to go back, we help arrange your transportation back to the airport and send you on your way. When you get back to your home country, you're going to have a lot of questions. I have a bit more swelling on this side. Something seems a little bit off. Contact us. We have a great after-service department that's going to be able to take care of you 1 week from now, 1 year from now, 10 years from now, whenever you need us. This is something that clinics do not have. Clinics do not have after-service, aftercare departments. They answer you the best they can, but often a big complaint when people go through alone is, I can't reach the clinic. They stopped answering me. They stopped answering you because simply they don't have the human resources to keep answering your questions for months after you've had a procedure. Whereas we do, because this is our focus. While you're in Korea, you're going to get a lot of other benefits from our company and a lot of other services that you're going to find out about once you contact us and we explain everything to you. In the end, by going through SGM, you'll end up with the treatment you want, a much better experience, much better service, and you're going to end up with a few friends along the way. You can contact us at consult@seoulguidemedical.com for a consultation. If you need to reach me personally, you can contact me at Tony Medina on Instagram. That's probably the best way. I'm pretty busy. I have to run so many things. But if you do contact me, I'll try to get to you. I'll even try to see you if possible. We really try to have this kind of hands-on approach and make sure that we're not some random company that you're going through. I'm here, I'm making these videos, and if you want to meet me, I'll make time. I'll try my best to come and meet you as well. This is the kind of system that we've created because we're here for you, so you don't have to go through what I went through. Again, contact us at consult@seoulguidemedical.com if you need us. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.